Hello, ladies, and welcome back to my channel, Empowering Women and Impacting Lives. And in this video, I will be discussing some of the signs, not all of the signs, but some of the signs that you are sleeping with the enemy. Again, in this video, I will discuss some of the signs that you are sleeping with the enemy. A lot of times, women are sleeping with the enemy and they don't even know it. And you don't even have to be in a relationship with a person, like a one-on-one exclusive relationship with a person. You don't have to be married to a person to be sleeping with the enemy. If it's somebody that you're just having sex with or friends with benefit, whatever the case may be, if you're having sex with this person, and you need to watch out for these signs that I'm getting ready to tell you about. Okay, let's jump right into it. So, some of the signs that you're sleeping with the enemy: number one, he doesn't have Jesus Christ in his life. He doesn't have God in his life. He has no spiritual relationship with God. And he puts his hands on you. He's abusive and he's controlling. A man that doesn't have God in his life, who doesn't have Christ in his life, a lot of times men uh, want women to bow down to them and serve them. Men who don't have God in their life, it's like they want to become a god to you. Okay, so and that's not good. Um, then I'm going to talk about him, putting his hands on you, beating you. Um, any man that puts his hands on you doesn't deserve you. Does not deserve you in any type of shape, form, or fashion. He does not deserve you. And you should leave him alone if he's putting his hands on you, beating you, hitting you. Even if he's pushing or shoving you, you should leave him alone. And if he's beating you, you should go to the police, make a report, get an order of protection, um, you know, and do what you need to do for yourself before it escalates and gets worse. Physical abuse, like beating you and hitting you, is not the only form of abuse. Control is also a form of abuse. And a lot of people don't know that control is a form of abuse, but it is. Control is a form of psychological and mental abuse. So if a man is controlling you, he's abusing you. He don't even have to put his hands on you. If he's controlling you, he's abusing you. And some of the types of uh, examples that I'm going to talk about when it comes to control is, and I'm not going to name all of them, but just to give you an idea, you know, telling you what to do, how to do it, want to know where you at, where you going, what time you coming back, and telling you what to wear and how to wear it. You can't telling you can't wear makeup, or you can't do this, you can't do that, isolating you from family and friends because he just wants you to be with him, getting mad over petty things. Men that are very controlling, they get mad over petty stuff when you don't do what they tell you to do. You know, it's you know, it's crazy. And another sign of control is him making decisions for you without your consent, making a decision without your consent or your input. Um, these, like I said, these are some of the examples of control. If you are in a controlling and abusive relationship with a man, you are sleeping with the enemy. Okay. Number two, this man is okay. Signs of an abuse, signs that you're sleeping with the enemy. Sorry, guys. um, he's lying, deceptive, and cheating on you all the time. Okay. A man that constantly lies to you and constantly deceives you, he's constantly cheating on you, constantly doing this, sleeping around with everybody behind your back, and you're sleeping with the enemy. This man got you thinking that you're the only woman that he's with, when he's with 5 or 6, 7, 8, 10 different women, or even men on the side. You know, he's constantly lying to you about paying bills, and oh yeah, the bill is paid and everything like that, and the bill's not paid. He using the money, he's spending the money on somebody else that he's supposed to pay the bills with. Um, just constantly lying about everything all the time, constantly dealing, you know, constantly cheating on you with different women and men. And anytime you're with a man like this, you are sleeping with the enemy. You're sleeping with the enemy. Okay, let's talk about number 3. Signs you're sleeping with the enemy. Okay, you are sleeping with a snake. Number 3, sleeping with a snake. Sleeping with somebody that's on the down low, a man that's secretly gay. Okay, if you're sleeping with a down low man and he's trying to pretend like he's straight when he's really not, you're sleeping with the enemy. You're sleeping with the enemy. Um, Down low men um, hide behind women in relationships. They hide behind marriages. They hide behind women to cover up the fact that they are really gay, instead of just coming on out and just being gay. Be yourself, be gay, and get a man. Um, and down low men can be very abusive towards women. You know, they're verbally abusive towards women. They beat women. You know, and they're just very abusive towards women that they're in relationships with, because they don't want to be with you. They don't want to be with a woman. They really want to be with a man. I remember, like, one time, um, in church, um, there was a woman that was married to a down low man, and he used to beat her all the time. One time he beat her so bad, she ran out the house naked. I mean, it's horrible, when all he had to do was just be real and get him a man, you know. And these men, these down low men, they're using you. They're using women for a cover up, and then they want to talk that bullshit about being submissive. You're a woman, you're supposed to be submissive, and you're supposed to submit, and you're supposed to be submissive to me. And they want to try to use the word of God to try to control you and talk that bullshit about being submissive, so they can sleep with men behind your back, and so they can tell you what to do, so they can control you, manipulate you and control you, you know and so they could sleep with men behind closed doors, you know and um that is it's dangerous for you as a woman, because you can catch HIV, AIDS, STDs, STIs, and sleeping with down low men that are sleeping with other gay men or bisexual men. You're just opening yourself up for unhealthy, you're opening your body up for unhealthy and toxic issues that you don't even have to deal with. So if you sleeping with a down low man, you're sleeping with the enemy. Again, if you're sleeping with a down low man, you are sleeping with the enemy. And women, we have to keep our guards up, and we have to really watch and observe and see if a man really is, gay. Some of them you can tell, but some of them it may take a while because they're trying to hide the fact that they are gay. So be careful, women. Don't be so quick to lay down and, have sex with these men. I don't care what they got, you know. Be careful, stay on guard. Okay, let's move on to number 4. Signs you're sleeping with the enemy. Okay, he's jealous of you and don't want to see you get ahead in life. You have big dreams, goals, aspirations, and he trying to keep you from accomplishing those dreams. I don't care if you have a dream to start a business. It could be small or big. Go to college, or you have a dream to be a model or actress, or you know, whatever your dream is, whatever it is, he trying to stop it. No matter what it is. He trying to stop you and hold you back from your dreams, from your destiny, from your goals. When a man is jealous of you, he will always try to do something to hold you back because he doesn't want to see you get ahead in life. He don't want to see you get ahead of him. See, it's like a competition thing. Jealousy. And jealousy will always compete, women. Jealousy will always compete. That's how you know the sign, one of the signs of jealousy, that you're dealing with a jealous person. They will always try to compete with you and always try to outdo you. And a man who's jealous of you, like I said, he will always try to compete with you. And jealousy, a lot of people don't know this, jealousy will also always hold you back from achieving your dreams and goals. Again, jealousy, being around jealous people, because they'll do something to try to hold you back or try to make you look bad or try to, whatever they can do to stop you. Jealousy will always try to hold you back from your dreams and your goals, but you can't let it. And the way to avoid this is to stay away from these type of people, from these type of men. So if you with a man that is jealous of you and he's trying to hold you back because he don't want to see you come up, you are sleeping with the enemy. You're sleeping with the enemy. Okay, number 5. Signs you're sleeping with the enemy. He wants you up under him all the time. Again, this is part of control. And if you're not up under him 24/7, like he wants you to be, okay, he want to know every little detail about where you at, where you going, what time you coming back. He just wants you up under him all the time. You can't even talk to your friends or a family member on the phone 5 or 10 minutes without him saying, honey, I need you in the garden, or honey, I need you inside. Honey, we need to go do this. But see, he wasn't saying that before you got on the phone. But all of a sudden, he needs you to do this and do that, because he wants you to be up under him all the time. And it may not, those are just some of the examples. It may not be exactly that, but you know what I'm saying. A man that he wants you all to himself. He don't, it's like he wants all your time. Those are toxic relationships. And you when you're in a relationship with somebody, you should be able to talk to other people, not just talk to him. you know you should be able to talk to other people, your family members, friends, and stuff like that. So, signs that you're sleeping with the enemy. If your man wants you all up under him all the time, 24/7, it ain't that much love in the world, y'all. It's just not that much love in the world. It's not that much love in the world. It's not that much. It's not that much love in the world. He should have a life outside of relationship. You should have a life and friends outside the relationship. He should have a life and friends outside the relationship. Y'all both of y'all should have a life and friends outside the relationship. And being up under somebody 24/7, that's how relationships get old real quick, because you're spending too much time together, you know. So ladies, if your man wants you all up under him all the time, you are sleeping with the enemy. Sleeping with the enemy. Number 6, signs you're sleeping with the enemy. He tries to make you do things that you don't want to do. For example, like if you're on birth control, and this is some of the things that abusers do too. If you're taking birth control, and he wants you to stop taking birth control because he want to have a baby, but you don't. And he put that pressure on you, that forceful pressure on you, and you told him up front, you don't either you don't want kids, or you're not ready to have kids right now because of certain goals and dreams or whatever you're trying to achieve in life. Okay, so he try to pressure you to come up off of birth control, or he try to make you do sexual things that you're not comfortable doing or that you don't want to do at all, or he try to make you go places that you don't want to go, and be around people that you really just don't want to be around, you know, because it's a toxic environment. So if you have a man that are doing these things to you, if you're sleeping with a man that are doing these things to you, that he's trying to make you do things that you don't want to do, you are sleeping with the enemy. You're sleeping with the enemy. Okay. Number 7, signs you're sleeping with the enemy. You're depressed all the time in the relationship. You're not happy in the relationship. Um, you start gaining weight because you're in an abusive, controlling relationship. And you start to overeat. Being in an abusive relationship can cause overweight. Okay? You start giving up on yourself, on your hopes and your dreams, your goals. Start to have a low self-esteem, and a low self-confidence about yourself, because this abusive relationship is tearing you apart. It's tearing you apart, literally. It's tearing you apart. It's tearing you apart physically, mentally, emotionally, and you have to put on fronts in front of people to try to make them think that you're happy in the relationship or in the marriage, and you're really not. You know, you're really not happy. You're really not. And this man is tearing you apart. You know, you are sleeping with the enemy. If you are experiencing these things, you're sleeping with the enemy. You're sleeping with the enemy, and it's best to walk away, get out of this relationship, so you can build your self-confidence and build your self-esteem back up, so you can be yourself again. And these type of relationships, women are not themselves. A part of them is missing, you know, and you got to get back to yourself, and you got to get out of this abusive relationship. So if you're in a relationship with a man and you're depressed and not happy, you're overeating because you're in an abusive relationship, you're sleeping with the enemy. You're sleeping with the enemy. You're sleeping with the enemy, women. Number 8, signs you're sleeping with the enemy. He talks about you behind your back in a negative way to his friends or other people. Or he may talk about you on, put you down on social media, or talk about you on social media. Um, you know, he talks about like negative things, talking about you in a negative way, and then, talking about y'all's private sex life or whatever the case may be. And you don't want him to discuss that. That's private to you. So he should respect your wishes. And if he's talking about your relationship in a negative way or putting you down in a negative way, especially on social media or anything, to try to make you look bad to people, and telling men, how you are, and, discussing your sex life with other men and his friends, and then they telling their friend, da da da. Then when something happens, then he mad, and then he one of his friends try to sleep with you, then he mad at them. Well, you should not have been discussing that in the first place. Okay, it's toxic. It's toxic, especially when a man talks about you behind your back, and it don't even have to be anything about anything sexual or anything like that, but just speaking negatively about you, putting you down, trying to make you look bad. Um, it's just, it's a toxic relationship, women. And if you have a man like this that's talking about you behind your back, talking about you negatively, talking about your private business, um, putting you down on social media, you're sleeping with the enemy. You're sleeping with the enemy. All right, ladies, I hope this video helped someone. And for more videos on relationships and dating, please subscribe to my channel, Empowering Women and Impacting Lives. And I will see you all in the next video. And I hope you have a great day.